Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Well, coming to the market yesterday, we could see the Nifty actually being completely volatile, isn't it? We could see the opening almost at 18,398, slightly below 400, 18,400. But from there, we could see again the closing happening at slightly above 18,400. But I would say if you look at open to close, it was just flat. The Nifty actually opened at around 400 and closed at around 18,400. So there is no actual movement that has actually happened. But then in between this morning to evening, there was a huge volatility that was seen. It was up at one point of time, down again, up multiple times. And that was the kind of volatility that was seen being a Wednesday, which was just one day before the expiry. So that is something which is not looking good. In fact, right now, there is some weakness seen, and that momentum of huge, rise is actually not there right now. So what's happening right now? So in fact, there was an interesting thing that happened yesterday. We could see the FIIs actually selling. Yes, though it's not big, they've actually sold for almost 300 plus crores. And the DIIs have again gone back to the buying mode. And they bought for a big, almost 1,400 crores. That's good, isn't it? So domestic institutions have again, started gaining momentum. But then FIAs have not, brought that momentum in. So is there anything fundamentally wrong? Right now, nothing. Because things are looking okay in the US as well. Though the corporate earnings season is coming to an end. Yes. So the corporate earnings season in India as well as the US is actually coming to an end. And we could see that kind of power that's, is not seen. But then if you look at the US, in US there was, the target actually coming up with their results and which was below expectation. So that was one reason why we could see US market slightly weak, because majorly Nasdaq was pulled down by almost 1.5%. Of course, all the US markets closed in a slight negative yesterday, but not something to actually worry about. So right now, fundamentally, I would say Nifty is also at a comfortable level where I don't see any reason for any big profit booking to come in. So this is probably a period of sideways movement. Of course, in between, we might see Nifty going up and down and all that probably, but then I don't know, in the next 1 week, will the Nifty actually move anywhere? So until there is something actually that can trigger Nifty, some news, or even that could be the FII buying. So unless FII are going back to buying, it may not be, there might not be a reason for the Nifty to actually start going up. So that's something that is to be noted right now. So if you look at yesterday, most of the sectors, all the sectors were in more of a bearish side. And we could see the HDFC twins also trying to, consolidate after this huge rally that they've been doing in the last few days. So that is something which is kind of, not giving any move in the Nifty. We could see just volatile movement, and we could see Reliance also kind of in the consolidation mode. So it is actually time probably for, some trigger. That is something that we're waiting for. But apart from that, today being the expiry. So Thursday is the weekly derivative expiry. So today being the expiry, of course, we can continue to see the volatility and do look out for that big movement in the second half. Because of late, if you see the past few days, there has been big movement in the last half an hour to 1 hour. So, morning we could see the Nifty actually falling down, and then there was a quick buying. So one thing that you need to, of course, see is every time in the last few days, the Nifty was actually coming lower, there has been very strong buying. Very strong in the sense you should actually look at the candles on this chart. So Nifty, each time it has come down, the falling has been slow and steady. But then from there, whenever it reaches a certain level, there's a huge buying that's happening, and that, the huge big green candles that's actually appearing. And that shows that the, buying is something that's going on continuously. And at each smaller level, each lower, each lows that the Nifty is making, there is institutional buying huge. So that is something kind of, I would say, confidence inspiring right now. So until, important levels are broken on a regular day, because today is our expiry. So of course, we might see levels broken, unwantedly. But then after that, if we see on the market stabilizes, if, we are able to stay above 18,300, then things are kind of looking good is what I would say. So as of today, I would say the most important levels to be watched on the lower side would be 18,300, which is an important support. And on the higher side, of course, 18,400. Though we might see a range of movement between 18,250 to 18,350, but then the most important range would be 18,300 to 18,400. This is what I'm expecting right now. So Nifty probably can close within this range, or probably within 18,300 to 18,450 max. So that's something that we can expect as of now. So let us see how the Nifty is going to react today, being the expiry, and we now have just one more week for the monthly expiry. So that's also something that needs to be watched out on. So let us see. Let us hope the Nifty actually can consolidate well, because definitely a big rise also is not great thing for the Nifty. But one good thing that I would say is, all this while we have been always looking at 18,000 as an important resistance, but then right now we've actually moved on to 18,400 levels. So that's the way Nifty has been actually cruising along. That is something really good, I would say. So definitely we are expecting big volatility today. So all the best to all the traders there. We shall of course look out for some good trading and try to have the close of the week in a great way. So with that, this is Srikant signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share. That of course motivates us. And do share this podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. With that, this is Srikant signing off until we catch up tomorrow morning for the next podcast. Goodbye. Have a great day ahead with a lot of profits.